Welcome back to my channel, Gemini. To both my new subscribers and my current subscribers, you're always appreciated. So much love and thank you to all those that do follow. And please remember, these are general readings. Only take what resonates. And if this reading doesn't speak to you this month, please check back in the next month. The energy may speak more specifically to you at that time. Energy is always moving around us, so please allow for flexibility as well on the time frames. You're all at different stages along the journey. So just a quick moment to mention as well that if you hit the notification bell and the subscribe button, you will have my newest videos uploaded. Otherwise, you have to look for it in the subscriber section. So please like and subscribe, and again, hit the notification bell for any new updates. I am so sorry I'm getting this out for you a little bit later here, Gemini. I actually thought I had done Gemini, and my greatest apologies. I'll try to do an extra message out here with the cards here in this coming month. So I am going to vary up the readings with Celtic spreads, etc. over the months. So again, apologies on getting this out a little bit late here. But going to have to make up for that with an extra reading. I may actually start with yours for July also. As well, some prefer to see the shuffling, and let me know in the comments what works best for you. I'm just going to try to accommodate best I can. Sometimes I will be able to do the shuffling, more so with the tarot is probably what everybody is more interested in. The oracle cards, because I'm sort of en route and I always have limited battery power, I won't be doing a lot of the time on that with shuffling, so just because otherwise I won't get them all out. So but I am going to do the oracles this time, and just given the time frames that I'm working within. And as well, I will be headed in the direction of timestamps if you don't want to watch the shuffling as I go through with the tarot later in upcoming reads. But once I figure out the timestamps, as I said, you'll be able to skip ahead. So anyway, it's usually about 10 minutes into the video if I do shuffle, sometimes a little longer, but I'm trying to cut that back. So I love to hear your support and your comments. It does encourage me to stay more focused on getting messages out to you. So this one is actually the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. So I don't know if you can see that. I am doing this a little bit later here at night, so I'll try to bring that forward. But this deck is actually quite pretty, and it's pretty much in line with the John Holland cards, with the heart chakras and, you know, the various spiritual and passionate, the colors and so on that represent each of the cards. So sorry, I was just trying to find the box here so I could show you that as well. But again, that's the Psychic Heart Tarot by John Holland. And again, it takes you through all the same things with the pentacles and the cups and all of that. But the green border, of course, is your cups and so forth. But I won't go into all the details on that. So I'm just going to get right into the reading. First out is New Vitality. So the New Vitality card really speaks to a lot of ideas coming in for you this month, Gemini. I feel this card speaks more along the lines to, the card more generally speaks to attracting new relationships or, enhancing existing ones, and being able to embrace that overall support system that comes in with a higher vibration. But I also feel for you, this is more along the lines of you getting a lot more ideas, you feeling a lot more inspired. I feel whatever you're working on is able to expand, but I feel you're also, in addition, able to come up with even broader ideas for even more new projects that speak to you. I just feel that you're really in touch with divine at this time. I do feel you're going through a period of healing right now. As I said, with the card of New Vitality, there's definitely a lot of energy around you this month. So overall, again, the card represents that energy of being focused, on track, manifesting, whatever it is that you want to draw to you. And there's a real sense of purpose with your creativity, and a reminder as well just to stay grounded in your values and and your overall sense of purpose here, because you do veer off with some emotional imbalance. I feel some of you are still struggling with for this month. So again, and I feel a lot of you are cutting your own emotions off with sadness and isolation. So I feel there's a real challenge for you to try to overcome and bring that back into balance, because I feel once you do, you're going to realize that you're actually anchoring a good foundation for yourself this month with those that you may have been in conflict with previously, I feel that you're actually still going to be able to retain some of those friendships or some of those relationships, or have some kind of a newfound perspective in the way that they are supporting you. But either way, stay grounded, keep your values and your sense of purpose in line with what you're doing, because I really feel that this month is bringing in fertile ground and inspiration and movement, and there's a lot of healing that's taking place for you this month. And I feel that many of you are working on a great deal, many more creative projects, at once. So maybe again, you've deviated from your original work, but whatever that looks like for you, it seems to be expanding more on the idea as a whole. So for those of you that are looking for employment, I feel that you may actually have at least one or two offers coming through. One of them may not be as grounded as the other one, but I do feel that there is an option for employment. I don't know that you're taking it. I just feel that there will be some option for success along that front. But I do feel that there is a resurgence in your work sphere, and you're getting some interviews or hearing of a viable job prospect, probably two, I suspect, but one maybe more serious for you than another. But I do feel it's something along the lines of, projects or work that you enjoy to do anyway. And again, with that oracle of sadness and isolation, to me, it speaks to you being in a bit of a bubble. I think that a lot of you, are have great creative nature, have a great creative nature, and that spark is coming in this month, and you want to be able to share it. But I feel that you've really cut yourself off in a lot of ways and isolated yourself emotionally, distancing yourself from yourself as well as emotionally from others. So even though you may be speaking to others, I feel that it's in a very detached, maybe more abrasive way or curt way, or just not as joyful as this month is really intended for you to be. It's supposed to be a time where you're able to spread your joy, feel the joy, because you're trying to attract the joy. So some of you, again, may not have the support this month or feel that you would like to have, but I feel that once you share your own joy and your enthusiasm, because I feel you're a leader in many respects, and that you will be able to, draw that to you once you yourself become the lead for whatever it is you're trying to attract into your life at this time. So again, some of you may not, as I said, have the support that you need here. There is a need for you to focus on the crown chakra as well and let spirit work with you to bring things forward, but you are moving toward a well-deserved reward. So again, I feel there's been some trust issues here that you've been dealing with. You may be torn in some kind of a direction of a relationship or a long-standing relationship or friendship, and again, even with whatever those issues are, disappointment that you've had in your personal life, because it does feel like a lot of you are dealing with some kind of disappointment or heaviness or sorrow, conflict, and I feel battles. Might have even been some jealousy involved there too, but it doesn't have to be, as I said, a love relationship, but certainly a long-standing relationship, I feel, is somehow governing here. And I feel it is relevant in that you're having to really put one foot in front of the other to heal over this, because it is a very significant relationship to you. I think it's important that you don't separate yourself from you and from this relationship, because for whatever reason, there's something still viable in it from you or for you that you miss. And that could be the support system here that, as I say, maybe needed to be reframed in some way for you to be able to go forward. So you may be uncertain about how to open up here, how to proceed at this time with the card of open up, but this could be, as I said, a relationship of significance with someone who is quite independent. And, they may have been very generous and comforting and a good confidant, that kind of thing. But some kind of support, as I said, whatever that solid relationship was, it feels like it's been challenged in some way. So that relationship, as I said, has been tested and may have been competitive, but there is also still some kind of viable energy around it that you're supposed to be trying to create some kind of balance and framework around. So as I say, it's not to say that boundaries should be all taken down, but again, it's you being a leader in creating the framework you want around you to be able to go forward, because you're not intended to do this alone. And you can still be drawing in new friendships or relationships that are more supportive, more conducive to your, your overall well-being. But if there was, as I say, and I feel for many of you, there is still some viable relationship that had something for you to feel secure enough around. So whatever heated, passionate arguments or indifference may have been relevant there, I do feel that you're getting past all of that. There is a healing taking place. There's a reframing of that situation taking place, and there is that well-deserved reward, as I mentioned. And you are intended to open up, find the balance, and just breathe. So again, this is a time for you to actually start hearing some good news this month, and I feel like it's going to come in pretty quickly, because again, that well-deserved reward that came through earlier here is really indicative of, some changes taking place here. Even though I feel a lot of them are not big, substantial changes, it feels like you're getting, this is the framework that you're building here. So for every small win, it seems to be quite a few, like more than one here that's coming in this month, but definitely good news for sure. And you're also getting clarity in some direction of where you're headed financially. I think you've got some truths that are coming to light that are enabling you to be able to move forward. And again, there's a hidden truth of some sort, as I said, that I feel that could be dealing with a Libra as well this month, because there was some energy around that. But either way, I feel that you're very much following your intuition this month, getting some information regarding your own potential and how you want to manifest and expand. And in knowing that clarity and having that truth, and that understanding, it's allowing you to break free from, any emotional void or emotional uncertainty or heaviness that might have been, confusing the issue or creating some kind of havoc anyway in your overall well-being. But I should also mention there is a sense, so not only just that sense of confidence that you're starting to feel, but there's also, a reconnection to you. So there's very much you taking the lead here in your own life. So you're actually starting to take charge of your life again. So whatever you're healing from, I feel that you're starting to recover here and take some steps in the right direction. You might, for some of you here, there is sort of a caution around over drinking or over binging in some way this month, being prone to excesses or indulgences, and certainly that may have been a way to deal with anxiety or feelings of confusion or distress or anything along that line, but it would just prolong the energy, of course. So you want to keep vibing higher this month and release whatever isn't working or whatever isn't keeping your head in the direction of the best version of you. So when you're moving towards success, you don't want to be showing up less than or seen in any diminished capacity, because this is a month you're being given some kind of reward or bonus, a gift of some sort that benefits you in some way. And I feel for many of you, it's financially. So there are some extra monies coming in that you wouldn't otherwise have had. So the divine is also bringing in, you're supposed to find your balance, but again, you still have a lot to deal with in terms of, your darkest fears. So that's why the divine is here to help guide you through, because it's really you diving into sort of that, the deeper realm of your consciousness. And I feel that spirit is bringing in a higher realm for you to move your projects along. So I feel that you're finding that balance between not just your own personal balance, in the 3D world, but also with spirit. I feel that you are becoming much more, how do I want to say that? Much more aware of your own hidden mysteries and talents, and you're able to bring that into being. So again, I find you're using that balance between the two realms, 3D and spirit realm, to foster your own growth this month. So you're opening up further. Opening up is further confirmation, as I said with that previous card here. Opening up is further confirmation that you're healing from some relationship issues to me as well, and that also goes for a relationship with yourself. So again, whatever emotions you're closing yourself off to and degrees of withdrawal you're imposing on yourself should be released as soon as you're able to, because you want to be able to feel the flow, create a really good balance, because that is your foundation this month that you're really working on It's the balance for your own sense of purpose. You want to be grounded. Very important this month is to be grounded. You want less holds of the past on you and more of you following or going toward the light. You know, you want to highlight the way and allow whatever limiting thoughts that you were attracted to or attached to, you know, and let that fall away. Let all of those things fall away. You know, live more in the moment here is what I see. And that's, you know, in terms of your relationships and all the working parts that, you know, you could relate to or that you were relating to in the past. I want you to be able to see those, look for the working parts in the past that you could relate to and focus less on everything as a whole that was dysfunctional. So don't allow that was in lack to steal your joy of what's coming in here for you. You know, learn to share your light with those that once held favor for you and that were a support, because those elements are still there. I don't feel that they're lost. It's just that you're redefining your connection to those groups of people. So learn to share your light with those that once held favor, as I say, for you. This is really important this month. There's just too much focus on the things that brought insecurity to you, that you're healing from, and that's more so at the forefront. And I think that a lot of you need to guard what is yours, or you feel that you need to guard what is yours and to challenge, you know, others. And that's really, you know, for maybe some kind of dishonesty around a connection, or, you know, whatever their dishonest behavior might have been, perhaps. But as I say, for the most part here, you want to be able to share your joys. And I don't feel that the isolation and the emotional disconnect that you're putting between yourself and others is going to create the framework that you need to be able to go forward. I feel that you need that energy. I feel that you need that connection or some aspect of that connection to be able to improve yourself by improving your relationships. So you want to bring greater meaning to relationships, you know, that were once a great support or somebody who was a confidant. But I'm not saying, again, don't be guarded. I'm just saying that joy, you know, overall is not about ego. It's not about fixating on another or yourself. It's about drawing in those around you because you're a leader, but you're doing it in such a way that you're leading by example of what joy you're feeling. So you want to elevate your own sense of security and your worth by bringing out that same good energy in others. So you're very much a leader, and simply by stepping into your own best self, I guess is maybe the best way to put it, it's very much setting the tone for others to do the same. So just breathe. Just grabbing that card again here. The Just Breathe card, you know, again, refers to great challenges that you've almost fully completed. That cycle from coming to an end is coming to an end. You know, you're now in a new headspace and you're moving up to the next level of spiritual connection. So that which serves you by reconnecting from the places or the points of strength, not weakness, and again, more so, even more so with yourself, and allowing greater healing to take place and restore your sense of security, because I feel that you're really missing out there, and that can draw down your energy. So again, you're seeking balance here this month, and it certainly seems to be around your relationships. There is that healing taking place in this area, and you're working your way through something which will allow you to grow, you know, further. But I also want to emphasize you seem to be getting things right with yourself again. So I think that you're really struggling about what you stood for in some way, you know, or those levels of insecurity that may have kept you distracted with emotion to the point where you created a lot of distance around your feelings. So again, overall, I feel you're better able to remember who you are now and act with real conviction and authority in some way. But again, you're being asked to step up as a leader emotionally, draw it out of yourself so that you can draw it out of others. So again, you're almost allowing yourself back into your own skin, so to speak. This is where you're getting back in touch with all the things that you may have enjoyed to do, you know, because you're reemerging. So take the lead is about taking the initiative around your own happiness. Sorry, just grabbing that card again here. So again, taking the lead is about taking the initiative around your own happiness. If you want love, be loving. If you want to create, then create, write, paint, whatever it is that you do, put all of you into it. Really invest in your passions, but not just from a work ethic, but also from an emotional standpoint. Allow your emotions to be back involved with the project itself, and allow your own emotions to be seen, in a way that will also draw support for your own motivation. So that energy is what you're looking to draw in. So don't be too caught up in judging how it comes in, but allow the positive energy period to show up. Use from it what you need to further your own passions, causes, and loving energy, and you'll be able to further grow, build, expand. There's a lot of powerful new beginnings here that are possible with that energy this month. A lot of little successes that are really setting the groundwork for the greater work. You're creating a foundation for yourself. It's a new start. And even if there looks to be a lot of the old still around you, something has very much changed in you to allow things to rise to another level. So there's a lot of ambition and passionate energy, for what you do and what you consider important this month. So use it to create a solid framework for what is to come. So your challenge this month is to create as much balance and harmony as you can to set the tone as a framework for your foundation for the future. This is a time for reconnecting with you, not going it alone. Your relationships are actually very important to you. So try to find the balance, and I will very shortly be doing your career, money, finance reading here as well. But that's what I have for you, Gemini, for the month of June. And again, sorry on delay on that. So keep moving forward, stay safe, and I will have your next video up here very shortly for career, money, finance.